Hi, this is Dollar Day Trader, my trading recap for Monday, March 9th, 2020. So today was obviously a very interesting day in the market as futures were going crazy last night. The market was dropping. And then today, my first time ever seeing, even had the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, total market halted, which is crazy. And that just shows you what turbulent times we're in right now, at least in these last few weeks. So just everyone, as a day trader, you may be able to appreciate the volatility, but definitely not the halts. I got halted actually in one of the stocks. I think it was NIO here. I'm about to show, but or maybe it was mRNA. I'm trying to think. I can't remember if it was. I think it was a stock actually, which I was halted last week, I believe, as well. So that is a little scary. So I definitely was being cautious in my trading today. Very small share size. I didn't want to get halted then on a short position, then get the price raised on me and squeezed. So I was very cautious. More focused on my long-term stuff, so that was kind of taking a lot of my attention this morning along with work, so I really didn't get to trade or get a good feel of trading today. I had definitely a lot of stuff on my mind, the overall market and investment. So trading-wise, though, I'll go over my stocks. Traded mRNA. So I saw this breakdown is pretty extended, so I took a small position at 29.39. Just like how it was just dumping really, and actually added my position here at 20, let's say 27.18. I briefly covered, felt a little uneasy there. 27.06, a small scalp, and just kind of waited here and just waited and had a couple opportunities to kind of pop up. You see these extended wicks here, which kind of made me think it wasn't going to pop up here, and it was respecting this 9-day exponential moving average, and then we finally see a dump off here. So I covered some shares here at 26.21, and then another dump off here around 25.48, and that was probably my best trade of the day. I traded INO, so yeah, it was definitely mRNA that I got halted here. It was my first trade, and I've this last few days, since last week, I've initially had a bad first trade. So here I went for a long position for some reason, 1864, and then I covered above VWAP. I didn't feel comfortable, and sure enough, it did drop down. So that was not a good trade, the first trade taking. And then Facebook here towards after 10 o'clock. It's probably a frustration trade. Just kind of felt out of sync today with the market, just as overwhelming and how the market was reacting. I did feel like Facebook was reached the low here. We see here around 165. We look at the daily chart, we kind of see around this level around here, kind of see it touch 161. So around this area here, so definitely bounced off of this and just kept going. And then I just kind of took a quick scalp around 170.61, added my position 170.70 and covered 171, 171.50, and then 171.59. That was it. My attention was really on my investments. Just kind of check positions here, seeing if there's any buying opportunities for long-term stocks, which I also do investing. The thing, just as a sidebar, the thing you have to realize is that just because the market is down and stock prices are going down, it doesn't mean that the stock's a good deal or a good price to have. Just as a, let's see here, just as a heads up, I guess, public service announcement is what I was looking for. Just because the stock could have been overvalued and greatly, and this is just maybe getting back to where the true value is. So if you really want to invest, and this is a whole different conversation, You try to get stocks that are actually on sale relative to its value and how much cash it's producing. You don't just buy a stock. I'm going to just throw this out, for example, not financial advice, but like Tesla. Oh my gosh, Tesla's down 30% from its all-time high. Now it must be really cheap to buy. I'm like, maybe, maybe not. I mean, you look at the financials of the company, which as traders, we don't really care about so much. At times, maybe swing trading, maybe a little bit, but not day trading per se. But, it's down 30%, but maybe it shouldn't have been up to $969 to begin with when it peaked, So just keep that in mind, that when stocks seem like they value and a bargain, especially some household names, you just got to be careful and do your due diligence. So anyway, that's my public service announcement for investing there. Just be cautious. And I don't know, I feel like it's still going to be a rough, volatile time. Market looks like the futures are up early for tomorrow, but until there's some news, another outbreak, another whatever, arenas being emptied for sporting events, I mean, anything can make this market go back down. I know the U.S. federal, the government is trying to work with maybe the Federal Reserve to even purchase stocks or do some sort of corona stimulus. So that could be obviously turned into positive and maybe help us get to a bottom, but just be cautious, especially investing. And then day trading with all these halting. Well, hopefully we won't see too much of that anymore. I mean, this was just building up from the whole oil ordeal with the Saudi Arabia and Russia not agreeing on cutting production and prices lowered, and just all hell broke loose. So anyway, I hope everyone had a green day today and stays green, and I'll talk to you later.